Hello students, welcome to Networking Lab class. This is for 4th semester IT students. On today's class we will be discuss about layers of network and installation and configuration of network operating system. So already we got the idea about your installation of network operating system. Now we will be adding some more configuration concept into your network operating system. So let's start. Layers of network. What is the OSI model? So as you know, open system interconnection model describes 7 layers that computer system use to communicate over a network. Okay, so OSI model is one type of model which is having 7 layers, and along with that 7 layer we are used to communicate over a network. It was the first standard model for network communication adopted by all major computer and telecommunication companies. The OSI reference model describes how data is sent and received over a network. Okay. So here the main thing you have to remember, the OSI reference model describe how the data is to be sent and received over a network. So this model breaks down data transmission over a series of 7 layers. Each layer has a responsibility to perform specific tasks concerning sending and receiving of data. All of the layers are needed for a message to reach its destination. So see, the OSI 7 layers are there, like your physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer and application layer. So previously you are having lots of idea about this OSI model. Okay, so here I am giving you the just overlook of your layers of network. As for physical layers, transmit raw bit stream over the physical medium. And for your second layer, that is your data link layer, defines the format of data on the network. Third one is your network layer. It decides which physical path the data will take. And for fourth, transport layer, so it transmits data using transmission protocol including TCP and UDP. Then fifth is your session layer. It maintains connections and it is responsible for controlling ports and sessions. Sixth one is your presentation layer. It ensures that data is in a usable format and it is where data encryption occurs. Then seventh one is your application layer. Human computer interaction layer, where application can access the network services. Okay. So this is all about your layers of network. So on your cryptography also you are having lots of idea about this layer of network, that is your related to OSI model. Okay. Now next is your install and configuration of your network operating system. So previously we installed the Windows Server 2016. Now we should go for the processing of install and configuration of Windows Server 2016 with Active Directory Domain Service, that is your ADDS. Okay. So see, after getting this dashboard screen, this is the dashboard screen of your Windows 2016 when the initial installation is complete. Now some preparation you have to make, that is your create a strong password for the administrator account. It will be domain admin in future. Then install all updates. Then rename your server by corporate naming policy. When you install the Windows Server, a random name is generated. Now after that, assign a static IP to your server. Okay. So for your server you have to assign the static IP, this one. like your 192, 168, 0 series and 5 is there. Okay, and preferred DNS server is your 127. This type of IP you have to set. After this, after server manager start, click on add roles and features link. Okay, so this is the dashboard screen of Windows 2016. So first you have to click on your dashboard. Inside dashboard you are having the configure with this local server where add roles and features are there. Okay, so you have to click here. Then click next button on the wizard screen. Also you may set check mark skip this page by default and you do not see this step at the next time. Okay, so before you begin you can click in next option also. Otherwise if you want to skip this page by default, so click on this checkbox. Okay, so if you click that skip this page by default, so you don't see this step at next runtime. Then for third step, for installation type select role based or feature based installation and click on next button. Okay, so select this option, installation type is there. Now before you begin, then the installation type is there, so select this one and you have to highlight role based or feature based installation, then click in next. Okay, then for fourth, choose the option that is select a server from the server pool, select by default and click in next option. Okay, now installation type is complete, go for server selection. Now here you have to select a server from the server pool, then click on next. So what is this? This page shows servers that are running Windows Server 2016 or 12 or a new release of Windows Server and that have been added by using the add server command in server manager. So offline servers and newly added servers from which data collection is still incomplete are not shown. Okay, now for fifth one, click box for Active Directory domain service. So you have to click here. Okay, then in the new pop-up window click on add feature. Now you have to click on add feature. Now see the previous one. Now you have to click on this option, Active Directory domain service. Okay, after that same select server role is there where add roles and features wizard will be displayed, where you have to click on add feature. After that you have to click on next button like this one. Now so here feature is there. For feature do not select anything, only click on next button. So here on your feature option don't select anything, go for the next option. Then for ninth option, for Active Directory domain service click on next button. So select this one, then select on next button. Now at the confirmation screen you may decide whether to restart the destination server automatically or not. In my case I do not set this option, click on install button. So confirmation is there. So here you can select this one. Here it asks you restart the destination server automatically if required. Okay, so you can put a tick mark or you skip this one, then go for install option. Now installation is begin. So here the feature is activated. Now installation is start progressive. Then once completed click the close button. So after installation is completed you have to click on close button. So installation procedure is complete. Now go for the configuration of ADDS. So here from the server manager dashboard. Okay, so this one, click the flag with the explanation mark symbols and click promote the server to a domain controller. So you have to click it here, because click the flag with the explanation mark, because of why? To promote the server to a domain control. Okay, so you have to active this one. Then for the second step, on the next screen, select the deployment operation that is needed. In this example, the add a new forest is selected and the name enter init.com is entered to create a new root domain. Then click on next button. So here you have to select, then go for add a new forest, then this domain name is initialized, then click on next button. Then for the third step, since this will be the only domain controller in this lab example, both the forest and the domain functional label will remain at Windows Server Technical Preview. So use Windows Server 2016 from VLSC, but it is recognized as a technical preview. So leave the checkbox on the domain name system to make the system a DNS server. Okay. Then the option of GC is checked without the ability to modify, since the fast domain controller must be global catalog server. The third option is unchecked and unmodifiable, because the fast domain control cannot be read only domain controller. Then enter a DSRM password and click on next option. Okay. So you have to go for this Active Directory domain service configuration wizard, where this domain control option is there. You have to select this option as per forward function label and domain functional label. Okay. Then specify domain control capabilities are there. You have to make it on this DNS option and GC option. Then type the directory service DSRM password. You have to type the password and re-enter the confirmation password. After that, you have to click on next option. Now, for DNS option, there is no existing DNS infrastructure, since this is our fast domain control. So the warning can be ignored. Then click on next option. Okay. So this one is there. Then click on next option. After that, enter BIOS domain name and click on next option. So here the additional option is there, where the BIOS domain name is there. You have to enter the BIOS domain name. So enter INIT is initialized here. Then click on next option. Then if you need, you may change the folder location, which one is not recommended. Then click on next option. Okay. So here the path name is there. You may change that one, but it's not necessary. Select the same thing, then click on next option. Review option. So this option is used for, please note that a PowerShell shell script is provided if you need to automate this on future installation. Click view script. If needed, copy this script for future use. Then close Notepad window and click on next option. Okay. So review option is there. Review, your selection is this one. The script is there. You may view this one by view script. Then click on next option. Now after that, system check prerequisites, this one. Now if the prerequisites checks passes, then click on install button. So after completion of this one, then you have to click on install option. installation will begin. Now the installation is start. Okay, this is the window for your installation. After completion, once complete, system will be rebooted. Okay, so installation, when this one is completed, your system is getting rebooted. Then after reboot your system, the domain admin should be displayed like such a manner. So last time we are assigning the name as enter INIT or administrator. So here the password is there. You have to write the password. Okay, that means your system is getting configured. Now let's verify. Active Directory is set up and our server is classified as a domain controller. From within Server Manager, click Tools, then Active Directory User and Computers. This one go for Tools, then go for Active Directory User and Computer. Okay. Now here the same, expand the domain root. The domain root is there, domain controller. The test domain dot internal is there, this one. Then click on domain controls. Okay, then enable RDP, remote desktop protocol. So inside local you have to select remote desktop protocol. From server manager dashboard, click local server, then click disable next to remote desktop. Now select allow remote connection to this computer. Uncheck the option allow connections only from computers running remote desktop with network level authentication. Take then go for OK option. So here the screen is there. You have to activate this one, then go for OK. Now we are done with a basic Active Directory setup. Okay.